What's up, fellow clashers? It's Apollyon here, and going and giving a war recap against our latest war versus LP6 Pegasus. And I mean, props to these guys. I mean, we won by quite a bit, but you know what? They attacked with almost all their attacks. They gave decent attacks. You know, they did some hybrid attacks, some mass hogs, some Go wipes, some Dragloons, some you know, GoHos, things like that. You know, it's tough with our anti 3-star. We all have anti 3-stars, and almost all of our bottom bases are almost maxed Town Hall 8. So it's definitely a challenge. But they you know, they gave us a run for our money. They gave a good. They had some decent internet bases. You know, and let's go ahead and take a look at, you know, what's going on there. You know, they used 53 of their 60 attacks, so good for them. We used 57 of 60. We unfortunately, just if you saw it, we missed the perfect war by 1. We were looking for 90 for the perfect war, and our total destruction 99.93. So we had a 99% on our number 1 right here against them, or I'm sorry, 98% against them, and yeah, I mean, it was a great attack. I'm going to go ahead and show, I'm going to split this particular thing, this war, into 3 different videos. I'm going to go ahead and do a recap of all the Town Hall 8 attacks. I'm going to do a separate video for the Town Hall 9 ones, and I'm also going to go ahead and take a lot of the GoHos out and just do a kind of how-to or strategy thing for Town Hall 8 GoHos, because we had so many in this war. I mean, it just lends itself to it. So anyway, you know, they're all 3 stars, so no reason to show their stuff. What they did to us, they 3-starred a couple of our bases, maybe about 4 or 5, I think. A lot of 2-star attacks, and some higher ones, so not too bad. But yeah, so again, great job to all of WHF Rising. Everybody put in some really good attacks, as you'll see. Again, thanks to LP6 Pegasus. I mean, way to go, guys, too. We appreciate the challenge, and you know, look forward to the next one. So without further ado, let's get into the attacks. All right, so like I was saying, I'm going to go ahead and skip the Town Hall 9s for a separate video, just to show how they're doing there. We're going to start with number 5. It is a GoHo, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on the recap because it was a great attack, but he didn't need the golem, and you'll see why in a second. So he'll go ahead and send in, I think, about 8 hogs, 6 to 8 hogs, or just 6 hogs with a heal. And what that's going to do is, there's a first attack, but he's going to go ahead and trigger that Tesla. He'll go ahead and also trigger the double giant bombs. And with any golem attack, I mean, the goal is to usually always trigger the double giant bombs, or at least a giant bomb, or one of the set, so that the hogs don't get baconized. So he completely accomplished that goal in his lure. So at this point, the base is wrecked for mass hogs. So if he took away that 1 golem and substituted with 6 hogs, he'd have 29 hogs left if he brought the 5 in the clan castle, and with 1 giant bomb left, 3 heals, or two heals, that would be way enough to cover any type of deployment of the hogs. So, but he'll go ahead and send this golem in here, and he just doesn't really get any value for the golem at this point. Go ahead and send the wall breakers in to open up that compartment, so they can go in there and start doing it. The wizards will go ahead and create the funnel for the P.E.K.K.A. and the king. And I mean, he is going to get some defenses here, and you know, the wizards will go ahead and clear some of those defenses on the side. But he'll start sending his hogs in here, and yeah, they're going to go ahead and make their way throughout the base. And I think they trigger. Let's see where the giant bomb is. So he's used all of his heals up, but there's really not too many more defenses left over. So yeah, the P.E.K.K.A. and the king are all making their way through. They're going to go ahead and knock out that enemy king in just a second. They're trailing it. and he rages up the king, takes it out, and yeah, it's good. So I'm not even sure where that other giant bomb is. Maybe it's between these things. I don't even know, but regardless, the hogs would have wrecked it themselves, but it was still a great attack, great plan. I mean, it's great to be prepared for it and then to be even more successful than you had planned. So that was a fantastic attack. Let's go ahead and fast forward it with a good GoHo, and you swag poison there, and they'll go ahead and take care of that last dark elixir, man. Way to go. Nice. I think it's 6-star war, but nice 3-star attack, Sen. Way to hit up, man. 15 going against 5. We will go ahead and drop down 1, and we will go ahead and watch Brotato Chips, our number 11, go ahead and hit up their number 9, and he is going to bring HoLo. But he's going to do the regular HoLo, where he sends the hogs in, gets rid of all the air defenses, and then once they go down, it's time to send the loons on the back end. So he'll use the traditional hog lure to grab the dragon and the balloon. And he'll go ahead and anchor in the right. We'll fast forward it to watch the wizards and barbarians kill the clan castle. They go down, and it's time to go ahead and send in the king to tank a little bit and start clearing out the trash. They'll send the hogs there from the left-hand side bottom. And yeah, there's a 2-finger drop for the hogs as the king is tanking for him. He'll use that first heal. And did he drop a double heal? I think. Oh no, he used the rage. I'm sorry, I didn't. He healed his hogs and then raged them up. So once the hogs on crack, and then unfortunately hit that giant bomb, and you can see they're on life support. But my goodness, did they go through that core like crazy? I wish there was a way to reverse the things, but you guys can do it from YouTube, so you have the power. Sends the loons in from the back end as the air defenses go down, and yeah, I mean, this base is completely wrecked. But I think what we need to really focus on, the loons are for cleanup, but if we look down here, the real question is, okay, for the loons, but what's a loon to a goblin? Nothing. So those goblins will go ahead and do their damage, and then I think ultimately meet their end to the king. But that's all right. So we're in cleanup mode, so let's go ahead and fast forward. Just a few seconds left. Swag poison in the middle, and those balloons will go ahead and make their way all the way down to the bottom. We'll race with the king, and the balloons win. So great 3-star attack, Brotato. Way to go, man. All right, so we're going to go jump down, and we are going to watch number 11. Now, the only problem is they're using one of our old bases, which is probably an internet base by now, but it's Great Gatsby's base that he designed. So it's probably not the best idea to go with a base of the clan members that you're fighting against and use one of their designs. So he's going to go ahead and bring a mass hog, and it's going to pretty much destroy this base pretty simply. So he'll do the standard hog lore. We'll go ahead and watch them as they have, I think, 5 archers or something in there. I can't really see everything that's in there. Let's just zoom in. Yeah, some goblins. Yeah, I think it's maybe 5 goblins and a dragon, but it doesn't really matter because they're dead. So he'll anchor down the bottom. We'll go ahead and fast forward it as we do the archer, barbarian, blah, 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 dragon keel. And then we'll go ahead and 4-finger drop, 5-finger, 6-finger drop. All basically an Asian wall drop, and do the 2 heals on a symmetrical base like this. And they'll trigger one of the giant bombs, trigger the other giant bombs while standing in heals. There is not a 3 or a giant bomb set there, double giant bomb set. So he still has a heal left over. They'll start making their way up to top, heals that final spot, and sends the last little bit of hogs in from the right-hand side. And yeah, this base is completely wrecked at this point. And they'll finish off that whiz tower and turn towards the little builder's hut, and then the barbarian king, enemy barbarian king, they'll let him go just for a little bit, and then they'll take him on one by one and pretty much finally win. But yeah, it's all over with this base. So very nice attack by Freakin' on their number 11. Nice 3 stars. Moving on down just one to number 12. And I just show this because it's standard tic-tac-toe base that you'll see all the time. Maybe that's what it's called. I don't know. But look at that. It uses the Teslas in the corner. Guess what? They're easily done away with by loons and hogs. Real simple. And on top of that, I think they're also go ahead and grab the lure. So you'll get 2 birds with 1 stone on that one. You'll be able to kill 2 Teslas with just 4 things and get the lure. So he'll drop. He's bringing a kind of HoLo in here, and with mainly hogs. But yeah, he's pulled the lure. He'll go ahead and anchor up on the top there, and go ahead and do the standard kill. He does run into a little bit of problems with the cannon, whiz tower, and mortar, but nothing that he can't handle. But they're all gonna die. Yeah. So. No, I guess maybe they'll live. No, that one wizard will live to tell the tale. Okay, so anyway, sends the hogs in from the different corners, can continually dropping them in, and uses his 2 heals already. And I think he has a clan castle full of hogs left, but all his hogs are already dispatched, working their way clockwise, which is just a great way to do it. Drops the hogs right on top of that. That's why we didn't. This is probably a cleanup, but that's probably why we didn't see that last bomb. Because who puts a giant bomb there? I guess Walnut Grove does. So all right, you killed the entire clan castle of level 5 hogs. But Danker is going to have the last laugh because he's got about 5 billion more hogs that are left over for this cleanup. So that's really how you take care of this tic-tac-toe base. And yeah, with mass hogs with a little bit of loons to help for their friends. And we'll fast forward as he goes and crushes the rest of this base. Way to go, man. Nice 3-star attack. All right, we'll go ahead and watch Danker with one more as we move down just to 13. It could go on the GoHo video, but he's going to be a GoHoLo. So we'll go ahead and show it on this recap, and it's very calculated. He's bringing 1 golem, hogs, and some loons, kind of like a reverse HoLo. So he uses these loons to create or get rid of potential giant bombs. You'll notice how much this is spread out. But when these loons they're suicide loons, but when they're finished with it, a quarter of that base is all the way on the left-hand side. No hogs are going to go ahead and path to them. So he's basically eliminated all of those giant bomb spots on that side. Then he'll go ahead and send his golem in on the right with basically, it's a semi-lure, but he's not going to kill the dragon and the balloon before he dispatches his kill squad. So they're going to go ahead and take care of it. He still has two heals left as he rages up the wizards to take care of that clan castle. Sends a P.E.K.K.A. in also, and some hogs go flying. But right now, they're making their way through. It's time to go ahead and deploy the hogs. And they don't have too many spots that they have to worry about. So they'll go ahead and make their way through. And there goes the double giant bomb, but it makes bacon of about 2 or 3 of those hogs, so that's great. And now there's only 1 more giant bomb spot, and everything is pretty much taken care of. The king and the P.E.K.K.A. are still making their way through the core, and those hogs will only have to take care of 1 more defense, and that's it. Now it's just time for cleanup. So the wizards are doing their thing. And it was just, a great attack, really good calculation of how many loons he had to bring to make sure that those hogs didn't path over to that area and didn't, eliminate all those potential giant bomb, double giant bomb spots. So we'll go ahead and speed this thing up. And it was just a really, really nice attack. Great 6 stars for him this war, but another great 3-star attack. Way to go ahead and take out their number 13, man. Good job. Moving on down, we're going to skip a lot of these because a lot of them were GoHos, and we will cover them, especially number 15 with Dispenser's count. So we'll go ahead and cover that in our other video. But we're going to go all the way down to number 19 to watch one of my attacks. I do bring a GoHo. The problem is let's go ahead and put this on pause. right here there is a hole in the base. So I can't click it because I'm on replay, but there is a hole in this base. So I do bring 2 golems, but I would have liked to show you guys like the full golem attack, where I was going to bring one in from the 10 o'clock position and the 2 o'clock position. Go ahead, bring wall breakers in, break them both open, and get the golems in there and do their thing. But unfortunately, I kind of cheated, and yeah, I just dropped a barbarian in there to trigger. I didn't know what was going to be there. This is the first attack. It was either a giant bomb and a Tesla, 2 Teslas, or 2 giant bombs, or just nothing. But it ended up being the 2 giant bombs. I did exploit it. No reason to do anything else. I had a really tough time with the clan castle. I just was really stupid about it, as you'll see. But the barbarian goes and triggers the giant bomb, so that's cool. That makes it easy. If I knew that was the case, I would have just hogged the base and not even bothered. But anyway, I sent a hog in. Most of their other bases had dragon and balloon in it. This one did actually use the 20 archers, so which is really, if you know it, it's very again, it's another easy thing to beat. But I had to waste a couple hogs in there. I think I might have even wasted one more. I'm not completely sure, but you know, and then I just messed this up where I ended up throwing barbarians in there. I'm going to take care of it with the poison. I should have dropped it down a lot lower, and I should have also dropped one barbarian a little higher on that elixir right by the cannon. But anyway, I'll drop the golems on both sides. Instead of doing that, I miss my stupid king rage, so that was really dumb. As this wizard's coming in there, he'll start beating on my golem and my king. I should have raged them up, would have taken the enemy king out and swapped that, but oh well, too late. So the wizards are creating the funnels, taking care of a lot of those defenses, and now I'm going to go ahead and start funneling these hogs in there and sending the hogs in. I do have 3 full heals for these hogs, and more than a quarter of the base is already gone. So and there's the double giant bomb sets already triggered, so there's only 1 giant bomb left. Drop the 2 heals in there as my hogs converge. King starts hitting on them and pounding on them. My wizard's still running around doing damage, and those hogs will make it to the last one, where they do trip that last giant bomb, but they are standing completely in heals, so they will get healed up all the way to full, and they'll go ahead and beat on the skellies. And then they will go ahead and do their rounds and start doing everything, and they will make their way to the king. That king's days is numbered. Don't doubt that for an instant. So anyway, could have been mass hogged, but you know, for first attacks, you never know what's going to happen. It's much safer. We'll cover that GoHo strategy in another video really soon. So anyway, 3 stars for me, actually 6-star war. So, you know, good job for me, good job for us, for WHF Rising, and we'll move on to the next one. We'll jump down just a couple to number 21. We're going to look at freaking take out a very common internet base, which is another reason why I wanted to show this. We see this quite often. He's going to mass hog this one, so he'll go ahead and send his hog in from the top to do that lure, drop the poison to slow down the dragon and get rid of that loon. As soon as that loon is dead, he'll go ahead and anchor on the bottom, and we'll continue to fast forward this as he takes care of this one with wizards and barbarians. I just wanted to look at that. 1 minute and 15 seconds left when the raid actually starts, when the hogs are in. So he about 5-6 fingers. I mean, he's just going to pummel this entire base. And again, we cover this in our other videos. When that core has very little defense in there, that's got all ADs and some Teslas and giant bombs, you really can spam the entire outside of the base, because that's where all the point defenses are. So get them into that core, wreck the base outside, use as many hogs as you can to get into that core, heal where the giant bombs are, as you see, and yeah, then it's pretty much all over. So it's very similar to a lot of the other common internet bases, with the core is got no point defenses, really no splash defenses, just maybe a couple Teslas. But anyway, the hogs make do with that king, knock him out, and then it's just time for cleanup. So they're running around, and they get the 3 stars. Nice, I think 6-star war for freaking 2. Good 3-star attack, man. Way to go. just a few more to go ahead and show. We'll jump down to number 24, and we'll watch Tweets go ahead and take care of this base with a mass hog attack. You know, this one, they actually do have splash damage in the core, so it's going to be a little bit different. And I mean, I think this is another base that I see quite often, and that's a common internet forum base, so that's why I wanted to show it. He'll go ahead and send the hogs in there for the lure, get a wizard, I think an archer, and a dragon. So they'll go ahead and take care of them at the bottom. We'll fast forward that. And all right, dragon's just about down. Drop the king in there to start taking care of some of that trash early, as the wizards will do the same. And then he'll go ahead and drop basically a 3-finger drop, and he wants to make it into that core. So he's going to go ahead and sprinkle some more hogs in around the edge as those other hogs make it into the core there. Double Teslas pop, third one in the side of the core. And that king is pretty much tanking for the wizards, and should have been for the hogs, except no hogs are sent in there. So that giant bomb will be triggered. He has one more heal left, so he'll let them kind of sweat it out. And then he'll use the hog as they get towards that splash damage wizard. He'll go ahead and drop his poison in for the skellies. A little bit late on that poison drop. You want to lead them and go ahead and do that where you're going to spend a lot of time, but they still get them. They'll turn on the king. Giants there doing damage, and the wizards are running around like crazy around the edges, and it's going to be a 3 stars for Tweets. I think a 6-star war for Tweets as well. So another great job, another good 3 stars. Way to go, man. 2 more bases left to go ahead in this recap that we're going to cover, and one of them just happens to be right underneath. And O goes in, he'll go ahead and hit up to the number 25, and we have not seen a Dragloon yet. Again, another semi-common internet base. Everything's in the core. All the ADs are in the core. So, I mean, I like to show these things to show that when you zap Quake and bring Rage, or Zake them, as I'll go ahead and coin the term, Zake and Rage. You know, you can still get into these ADs in the core and still wreck a base like that. So he'll go ahead and start his dragon funnel, the 2 on the side, and then throw all the other ones in the middle as those outer buildings are destroyed. So all those dragons will start to make their way in there towards the core. And then he's going to go ahead and trigger that dragon, which is no big deal, and send the loons in from the clan castle from behind, and he'll rage them up right about now, I think. Go ahead and take care of those dragons, or he'll just let them duke it out 3 against 1. And there he goes. Drops it as the balloons get closer. They'll go to the archer tower and then make their way right to the air defense, and then go ahead and trail right back down to that last air defense. Take it out. Bam, there we go. Oh. It's going to be close. Oh, they just get it. So that would have been really bad if they didn't get that last air defense. But they do. And yeah, it's pretty much all over. I think he's got 7 or 8 dragons to go ahead and take care of 1 Tesla, 2 Teslas, and an archer tower, which is very mismatched. He'll send his king in to do some of the cleanup. And yeah, it's all over at that point. So great Rado. And yeah, good 3 stars. And finally, for our last attack, I'm not saving mine for the last this time. So we're going to go ahead and check out a GoVaLo, because we haven't done that in a while. So let's go ahead and check out this GoVaLo attack. I mean, again, brings just about everything, and he's going to Quake it in. So, yeah, I'll use the hog for the lure. So it's actually GoHoLo, but he only uses a couple hogs, so it doesn't really count. But he'll anchor on the bottom. We'll go ahead and fast forward this as the archer gets toasted, and then the wizards go ahead and take out that. Split the golems on the right and left side on the bottom. And then go ahead and do your wizard funneling. Go ahead and let them take the outside of those buildings. I would probably drop a couple more of those wizards in there on the a little bit outer outskirts. But he should be sending a couple wall breakers in just a second. All right, there they go. And now that that funnel is basically created, he's going to send his Valkyries in. Thank goodness there's still that that storage unit, otherwise they might have just walked around the entire base as they're doing right here. So they will do that walk. I didn't get a chance to really watch this one, but I had a feeling they would do that. You got to really get rid of all those outside bases unless you want the Valkyries to walk, but they will go ahead and just kick the kings behind real quick. The king, there's no king swap here, so they'll make their way. The wizards are still doing the funneling, so they're tanking for those wizards, so that's good. Those golems are still tanking for nobody on the side, so they're just getting pummeled. They're just the redheaded stepchild. So they'll go ahead and take care of the town hall and make their way to that last air defense. And it's time to send the loons in now that the archer towers are still hitting the golems, Valks, and King, and he still has 2 more loons and a giant for some reason in the bag, but I guess that giant is for good luck. Rub his head or something like that, and brings good luck to the raid. There he goes. That giant is in there to basically pound the walls, and then pound some more walls, and then basically give up and start hitting some trash buildings. There we go. Now he'll hit the army camp. Way to go, man. And then drop that last loon in there. So he definitely crushed this base without any problem. Had way extra troops left over that really didn't do anything. But yeah, good GoVaLo. Probably, unless you wanted the Valkyries to walk around the base, it worked out good because they tanked for the wizards. But you want to get all those outside trash buildings taken care of for the funneling. You want to get them into that core as soon as possible, and they'll start busting through that wall too, as long as those trash buildings are taken care of. But good attack, man. Good 3 stars, and good war for WHF Rising. Wish I could have put them all in there, but not enough time. Don't want to make the video too long, as it probably already is. So yeah, man, good job to all, and good job to LP6 Pegasus.